Happy 11/11, family. Welcome to the 11/11 portal. Today is a very special day as I have some very special guests with me, Miss Michaelah Miraculously and Miranda and Debbie from unify.org. Our
Hi.
beautiful beloveds TwinRay aren't going to be here with us today. They had something urgent to pull them away. And so we're just sending them love and holding them in the field, holding them in our hearts in this moment. They are in the field with us, and I feel their presence even in this moment. And so our conversation today is about gratitude, how to truly embody thankfulness. And what does it mean to live a life of gratitude? Attitude, the attitude of gratitude, right? And so I'm so excited to speak with these ladies. I am Anistara, mother of 11/11 Unified. And if you are enjoying this content as we go through our beautiful discussion, please join us by entering the 11/11 portal at 11/11 Unified. And there is so much more beautiful content to be shared today. All right. So I would love to just start by each of you introducing yourselves. If you can please share with us who you are being in the world. Mm-hmm. Michaelah, would you like to start, my dear?
I would. And I would just like to start by saying thank you. Since this is a call about gratitude, I want to say thank you, Anistara, for bringing us all together. Thank you, Miranda and Debbie, for coming here to this call today, and everyone that's joining us. Thank you. I want to also thank Celestine Starr, my goddess mother in the sky. I would love to say thank you to Sydney Banks, David Keys, Dr. Georgia Linda Prensky, and everyone that's inspired everything great and good in this world. And I just want to light a candle in honor. My name is Michaelah Ivie. I have many titles. I call myself a relationship guide, a innate well-being specialist. I call myself an optimistic educator. I'm a wordgician. I'm a nutritionist. And I am here for greatness. I am here for love. I am here for unity. I am here for a benevolent presence that allows everyone in my field to be themselves. To just enjoy life, to have a good time. I'm here for fun, jolly, pleasure. And I'm so happy to be here. So thank you for having me. I'm really grateful.
One of my dearest best friends in the whole wide world.
This woman is
a power of positivity. Wow. She will bring in some of this new earth language as we're seeding our new earth together. It really is about the language, because what we speak, we are casting our spells with our words. And so she's going to introduce us to some of her beautiful language, and we'll all learn some special words today. So thank you, Michaelah.
Thank you.
Miranda and Debbie.
Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I am Debbie G. That stands for Debbie Gratitude. The word of the day, bringing in new words, the word is lovitude. Really embracing grateful beingness within lovitude, which is really love's attitude is gratitude. Period. You can't have one without the other. So I just figured let's merge them together. And that's what we've done. Gratitude is the secret sauce to life. You can't go wrong, period. I'm really excited to be here today with one of my best friends in the whole wide world, and with both of you, and with everyone that's watching here on Unify and everywhere else that you're watching out there. Thank you so much for being here with us. And let's just bring this in. Who are you grateful for today? Type it into the chat. I'd love to know personally, who are you grateful for? Starting with yourself and working your way down, starting with source and working your way down, however it may look for you. But I'm really grateful to be here. And I really can't wait to talk more about this word gratitude, what it means, and how to integrate it.
Thank you, Debbie. Yes, Debbie's one of my best friends and cosmic sister, and I'm so glad she's moving to Colorado near me. I'm Miranda. My spiritual name is Life, my Nordic Viking spiritual name. Another one of my names is Inspirational Instigator, because I love to instigate things with ultra positivity and faith in where we're going into the future and the timeline that we're all picking. And we work really hard at Unify to do inspirational events, and 11/11 is a really special portal day for us every year. And for me personally, this is 11 years since on 11/11 of 2011, I got messages really strong to work for the peace movement and work with Unify and work with the Jane Goodall Institute. And I literally saw in meditation, the number 11 turned into these sets of angels that were coming to the planet, like 2 by 2, coming in this huge portal to help us. And they're helping us over these last 11 years for sure. So it's kind of makes me emotional, like thinking about the last 11 years and this day marking 11 years since seeing that vision and knowing that those angels are here with us all the time.
Like
super grateful.
You're like a super angel.
You're a super angel
You're
too.
a super angel.
Thank you to all the super angels out there for all the work you do and all the positivity and love that we hold. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Anistara, for having us.
Of course. Amazing. Thank you, ladies. So grateful. Obviously, that's what we're here to talk about. So I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm the mother of 11/11 Unified. And what that means to me is that just being a container creator and holding the container for all this beautiful wisdom that our contributors have offered. There are so many people who came forward and said, yes, I want to be a part of this 11/11 portal. Yes, I have a message to humanity. Yes, I have something to share. And so I feel like, we're all going through our own birth portal into our new earth. And so it's a very intense portal. There's some loss. There's some energetics. There's even my assistant, her dear father passed away on Saturday. And so I'm holding Andrea in my heart right now and feeling Edgar with us right now, because there's a lot of transition happening. There's a lot of big transitions. And so as a mother, I feel that it is an important piece of the puzzle for me to hold sacred containers. That's what I love to do. And so here we are today, and this is just one piece of this beautiful, bigger container for 11/11 Unified. So, beloved sisters, why don't we start with exactly what we're talking about, and that is, what is gratitude to you? What is the embodiment of gratitude? Michaelah, would you like to start us off, dear?
Gratitude is a spiritual practice and attainment of bringing all of yourself that's available to the present moment with an open heart. It's living in breath, living and having full faith in this universal consciousness that we're all tapped into. It's recognizing, feeling this connection to the source of all good things. It is an awareness that you are loved and loved eternally, fully. It's a spiritual attainment. It's where the gentle teacher of your inner boss called wisdom is accessed. So just like Miranda was sharing and Debbie, the secret sauce, I call it that too. It is the secret ingredient or the secret agent in the bardo of becoming. It is the positive thought that allows for this higher wisdom to come forth and to guide you in each step along the way in your life. Gratitude is your best friend in this world. It is your North Star toward greatness in your life, honoring your greatness and honoring the greatness in others, to really see that we all are living and coming from separate realities, that we all have our individual and personal truths, and those truths are valid and worthy, finding and bringing in respect and honor for our differences in each moment with each other, and knowing that we're all equal and that no one is better or worse than, and there's nothing separate from us. We are all one in this whole. And that anytime we're in what seems like a problem or an issue, it's simply a misunderstanding. And that gratitude reminds you that you're in the right lane of your thinking. When you can find gratitude, it reminds you you can trust your thinking. You can trust the thoughts that are happening for you because they're clear and they're positive. And the positive is what's real. And the negative isn't real. It just isn't. We like to tell stories. We get caught up in drama. We seem to, when our quality of thinking drops down and we go into a low mood state, our quality of thinking changes and we think what's other upsetting us and bothering us is real. But really, it's just a misunderstanding because everything is love. Everything is love and everyone is love. And everyone wants to be loved and to experience love and to be receiving love. So gratitude is this receiver and this broadcast system that you share with the world. When anyone asks me, how are you doing today? I say, I'm grateful. And I'm inspired. Because I am grateful every day, even when it's a hard and challenging day. Because today even had a hard and challenging moment for me. And before this call, there was a hard and challenging moment. You know, things come up, right? It's not going to be rainbows and kittens all the time. And gratitude isn't this Pollyanna state where we're constantly happy and feeling good all the time, because that's not real. But gratitude is the bubble, the energy that lifts us out of the negative state. It's the hope that floats us into a new awareness that allows our consciousness to see something new and different, that allows the grace to open up, to go to the next level, to get leverage on what isn't working, to find out what will work. It is that bridge that brings us into what will work and what is working, which is to have a positive, loving intention for yourself and for the world outside of you. And gratitude is coming from an inside out way of looking at life. Gratitude comes from the inside out. And of course, we can find gratitude outside in. Of course, when you're inside gratitude, gratitude is just like, it's all over the place. If you haven't found gratitude on the inside, though, it's going to be really hard to find it on the outside. And we can get inspired by other people. We can find more gratitude in our life. And I cry when people are kind to each other. I just cry. I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful to see people just doing their best and becoming heroes by being wonderful human beings, doing good things and being humble. Gratitude is a state of humility that allows you to really show up in a good way. And it is the ultimate gift for being alive, honestly. And it really allows the love to shine so bright that any darkness will just vanish. It is that secret sauce. It is that secret agent. It is that illuminated supreme beauty that sparkles everything with joy for the fact that we're alive. And for all of the fact that we're flawed. It allows you to get through being insecure and feeling,
Right.
Having that human experience. It's like, oh man, we're all flawed and we're all just doing our best. And gratitude is what brings the compassion in. And the compassion is the deeper understanding that we're all looking for, which is to find a good feeling in our hearts. Bring warm, good feelings of affinity and trust and respect and honor. That is gratitude.
Yes.
I could keep going because it's my
Yes,
favorite
you
subject.
can.
You know,
We have
I
some
mean,
time. We have some time here. Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much, love. Yeah.
Thank you.
Your deep wisdom. It's so beautiful. And just taking that in right now.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, Debbie, gratitude.
Okay, so well, Kayla, you're saying some really key words: grace, humility, all the things that flow into this beautiful word. Gratitude is goodness. It's goodness. The ability to find goodness in life. And you know that there's something interesting. A lot of people will say, yeah, well, it's bypassing, or it's this, or that's just being positive thinking. And you know where I love that? Dr. Robert Emmons, who wrote the book Thanks, and has been studying gratitude for 35 years at UC Davis. Amazing man. He's debunked it. He's debunked it because gratitude, it isn't just positive thinking, it's positive being. It's the beingness. So gratitude being a word, and appreciation is like the fuel of gratitude. It fuels it when we're appreciative. What's interesting is when we take it outside of ourselves, because I love when I can be grateful for me, and I love when I can be grateful for my life and those things. But I think the challenge for gratitude that I'd like to put out there is to really step beyond that in this portal at this time at 11:11 today. Choose this. Who can you be of service to with gratitude? I choose to go forward today with unconditional love to the best of my ability. Who can I be of service to in gratitude? Who may I bless today? Who can you bring to me so that I can be with them in my heart? We need each other. We were just talking about that earlier. We need each other desperately. That the love that we are. Gratitude is grateful beingness. Actually, let me just tell you a story real quick. Okay, look, I'm cruising down the beach boulevard in Huntington Beach, Southern California. I've got my sunroof open. What an awesome day, you know? And the song comes on, Sailing by Christopher Cross, which is like an older song. If you haven't heard it, look it up. And all of a sudden, there's just God spark energy coming through me, surging through me, and this space of grateful beingness. It's that in-between space. Gratitude is how you get to the in-between space, to the void, to that space of nothingness and everything all at the same time. But when you can do this and then bless another with it, that's the key. But when I was doing that, what struck me was this grateful beingness was not just about the word. It was who I was. I was gratefulness in action. And now my job was to go out and pay forward the gratitude, the gratefulness, the appreciation of life. Sometimes that looks like just being there for somebody and listening authentically, caring. Sometimes it looks like you don't know what it's going to look like. It just shows up somehow, some way. There's going to be someone out there who needs something and you don't know who it is, but you're going to get a phone call. If you open yourselves up to what could gratitude look like in my life today and how can I bless another with it, you will be surprised to see what expansion you have. There isn't anything that's changed my life more than the practice of gratitude. And the practice really, it's about who. It's about who we're grateful for. It's the who'sville. And the dark moments, without your dark, you wouldn't know your spark. So check it out. It's true, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that every moment that I've ever experienced where I thought of it as dark, when I could find the appreciation for the very thing that I think I didn't like, then all of a sudden I went, oh, thank you. Those aha moments just rock. But gratitude is just that. And I'm going to let you talk on gratitude. I'm not going to hog it all.
Yeah, back in my 20s, I would say gratitude and counting my blessings is something that actually saved my life. When I was 26 years old, I had been through 2 abusive relationships, was a mom of 2 kids, and moved to Colorado with not knowing anyone, just to have a fresh start and to be safe. And it was really hard at those times, though. I was depressed. It was not what I ever wanted to be, a mom and a single mom like that, or to have any of that happen. And I can't even remember how it came up, but I think it might have been from my mom. But she was like, you can't stay in depression as a mom. Start counting your blessings the minute you get up every day. And it was hard. Like at that time, I was like, so sad that I would get out my notebook and piece of paper and I would just cry, because there were so many negative things I was thinking that it was hard to think of the positives. But as soon as you start doing it and saying, okay, I'm super glad for my kids. I'm super glad to be alive. I'm super glad I have air to breathe. I'm super glad we have water. We have a house. I have a job. And then before you know it, you're like filling, the page. And it's like, okay, I actually don't know why I am so sad. I have many things to be grateful for. And it really did start completely shifting me. And yeah, as you say, then learning that then that is a place of being in the blessings, being in the gratitude, and always having that outweigh anything negative or stressful that can be happening. And those blessings are always there to count. Takaya Blaney, she presents with us with Unify for Water Day. And she has since she was 12 years old, I think. And she's a Native American teacher, and just beautiful even as a little child. And what she talks about is that in her culture, they're taught from day one that we always owe the earth, and we always are owing our gratitude and owing for all the blessings that we have, starting with our mother that gave us life, and the air that we breathe, and the water and the earth and the animals in the sky. And she just goes on and on. So it's such a beautiful way of their culture, just, ingraining in children, be grateful and give back, because once you see how many blessings you have, much is expected of us, and giving back for everything that we do have. But it's a beautiful way of living, of being. And anytime you find yourself in a place of darkness or life is hard, sit down and start counting your blessings. It helps to switch the perspective, for sure.
I want to supercharge that. I'm going to supercharge. Ready? So I love this. Count your blessings and then think about something. How did the water get to your house? Somebody dug some trenches one day. Everything imagined. Everything was once imagined. This right now that we're on, right now, this was once imagined. This was once just something. How grateful am I to the creators of StreamYard? How grateful am I to the creators of the laptop? To all, there was people that put the laptop together. Like, I couldn't do that. It's amazing. So supercharge that gratitude, supercharge your blessing list, and do the practice. I'm going to say it probably is going to take you 30 days, solid practice, commitment, and you're going to see a shift. It's just going to shift. That's what I experienced too. It's life-saving shifts, life-saving, life-altering, life-saving, 100%. But yeah, supercharge.
Yeah, 30 days of starting your morning when you're waking up with a gratitude practice, like journaling on your blessings or praying and being in gratitude and just saying who you're grateful for and sending that out. But also can happen in every moment. If you accomplish doing it every morning as a practice, then start noticing when you're not maybe in a state that you want to be in. If frustration or anxiety has built up throughout the day and you're not totally who you want to be in that moment, then literally just recenter back into gratitude, start sending out that love and that gratitude to everyone that you love. And for me, I'm like back in my gratitude beingness, which is a much happier, joyful space. It's
Gratitude
much
bubbles.
Lighter.
Gratitude bubbles.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes. And the story too, it just touched me so much, Miranda. I feel you, sister. I understand. And, all of us are faced with challenges in our lives that teaches us lessons, right? And so one of my biggest lessons in gratitude actually happened recently this year. We were driving on the freeway during a very, very windy night. I was driving my husband's truck, and we had just loaded a brand new travel trailer to go on a month-long trip. And I was passing a semi truck, and the high wind caught it and like kind of pushed me into the truck like this. And we started fishtailing, and then we jackknifed, and the front of our truck went under the semi and it ran over us. And at the end, I looked to my family. All of us were okay, completely okay. We were unscathed. And the first thing that came across my mind was, this happened for a reason, you know, and just sitting in the gratitude already of like, I'm looking forward to seeing why this happened, right? The unfolding of all the things that happened afterwards. And the biggest thing that I learned from that was two things. The first one is, I'm so grateful to be alive. Like you said, to have the air to breathe in my lungs, to still be able to walk, to look at my child and my husband when we wake up in the morning. For a month, my son Cadence, he's 7, he would say, Mom, I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that I'm able to hug you and touch you. And I was like, wow, it is not my soul contract to go out that way in this lifetime and take my family with me, you know? So the other lesson that I learned from that was my intuition. There was something going on when I got behind the wheel. Like even when I'm packing for the trip, I felt a little anxious, what's going on energetically. And then getting into the car and seeing on the maps, it literally said high wind danger, extreme weather danger, go 4 hours out of your way to avoid it. And there was something within me that's like, no, we need to stay on task. We're going to go forward. We're going to do this. I'm going to drive on this freeway. And then it happened. And so what I learned the most was really following my intuition. And I'm so grateful to learn that my inner compass does not sway me wrong. Usually my first instinct is the correct one. And so this was a huge lesson for me around intuition, around gratitude, around what it is that brings me back into a place of loving, considerate, and kindness. And so I look at my child and I'm so grateful every day for this life. And yes, the practice of expressing that gratitude, whether it's writing it in your journal, whether it's waking up and just speaking it aloud, is so important. So thank you for sharing that practice. And I love the idea of it, you know, being for 30 days, just practice it for 30 days. Yeah. And that leads me to another, you know, round of what are some of the practices? What are some of the lessons that has brought you into more gratitude in your life? And the sharing of gratitude and thankfulness for others, the appreciation, right? Yeah. Debbie and Miranda, do you want to start us off on this run?
Lessons in life that have brought me into more gratitude. First off, I just want to appreciate that story. I'm sitting and imagining what that must have felt like to go through that. There is nothing that takes us to gratitude faster than our mortality. Period. And if I had to say that there was something, I think that would be it. Back when I was, it's been almost 20 years now, I had a hysterectomy, and I got a staph infection. So I was in the hospital for 4 weeks in ICU, and it riddled through my body. And they didn't think I was going to make it at the time. At the time, I didn't know because I was completely out of it. It's a long time ago. And I remember coming out of that, and all of a sudden things had changed. Totally, completely, utterly changed. I started looking at a tree as medicine, Mother Nature as medicine, realizing that, look how beautiful this sky is. When you're in ICU for 4 weeks and you are not breathing fresh air, that first hit of the lungs when you walk out, wow, you can feel it through your bones. And you're just so grateful that 1, you're breathing, 2, you're out of the hospital, 3, it's fresh air, 4, that your life is more precious than you ever knew. But it's those, but do you really have to wait till some extreme thing happens before you can understand the grateful beingness? No. I've had many other things that have taken me through that path. Just 3.5, 4 years ago. Didn't know where I was going, what I was going to do. Nada. Didn't have a car. Didn't have any. I'll tell you what I didn't have, but here's what I did have: a damn good attitude. Seriously, I'm not playing. Like, I had such a good attitude. Christopher, my son, her partners, we're hanging out. We go, Now, most people in this, and a lot of people that were viewing this, because I'm on live on Spirituality Gone Wild, and everybody knows my stuff. Right? And I'm like, virtually home. Virtually. It wasn't virtually. We have nowhere to go. We're just like, okay, what are we going to do? Are we going to talk about how bad this is and blah, 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 and yada, yada? Are we going to say, hey, this is an adventure? It's an adventure. And we went on a radical adventure with gratitude and grace and love and deep humility. Let me tell you, humility, it's a real key, because I'm online. People are watching me go through this. And I personally, I don't really care if they're watching it, because I want them to see something. You can have nothing and you can have everything. And I've had both. And now I'm back to the upside of it. Okay. You know, it doesn't matter. What matters is the person next to you. What matters is the human being that you are. This is what matters. It doesn't matter if you don't have anything to your name. I've had that happen. I went through that. It wasn't all that long ago. I was so grateful to be alive still, and just so grateful. And don't think that there weren't moments that I didn't like sink down and cry, because damn, that was hard, man. And then I'd say, but it's an adventure. And this is where it came. This is where God and I said, God source energy, God source energy, God source energy through me. What are we going to do here? And God was like, well, you're just going to trust. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do that. And I'm just going to be grateful and thankful every single day. And I kid you not, my life began changing again. The practice was there, but now all of a sudden it's shifting and changing. And we land here, and then we land there. And then all of a sudden we're in Huntington Beach, and we have our own place again. And it was beautiful and it was wonderful. And now what I know is this: it doesn't matter where you are in life, how hard it may feel right now. If you start practicing gratitude, I promise you it's going to shift. Go ahead and say, but I just know it's not. And that's okay too. Just do it and fight against yourself. Because here's what happens: the subconscious picks it up, and before you know it, you're going to be speaking, living it, breathing it, and everything else. I promise. This is just what happens. It's authentic. That's another thing about it too. Gratitude's authentic, because you can't make up gratitude. I don't know how. I've never tried to make up gratitude, but I'm pretty sure you can't make it up. So just saying. But you know, those are the things that I can tell you, that when life is at its moment and it's at its peak and you think you're going to break, that's the very moment for you to say, like she said, count your blessings. I was just like, my son had been sitting next to me, and then and Miranda was there too. And we rocked that. now we are here with this really pretty wood behind us.
And we still work on it every day.
Oh my God,
I think that
it's crazy every day.
I mean, we were just talking, there's always more levels to go with this. And I'm excited to hear from Michaelah too, because you're a relationship coach, because I find now so much of it, once I helped myself to get much more centered in a life of gratitude and blessings and more joy, and kind of over tipping the scales with that, and learned a lot about that. Then it became, how do I do that in my relationships? And that's, you know, my partner, my kids, my coworkers, everyone. And Debbie and I were even just talking about this, like, you know, some days you don't want to be Pollyanna. You're not Pollyanna. Like, I know I'm not.
I'm certain I never.
But our partners want us to be Pollyanna all the time.
Okay, so relationship.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah. So we were talking about, you know, in the action of being of service to your relationships and to yourself. Sometimes the best thing is to wake up and try to be Pollyanna, and making sure you're being a pleasure in someone's life, even though that might not be. I personally don't wake up in a great mood. It takes me a little while to wake up and get fully awake. So the practice of gratitude and being grateful for my partner and my kids, and putting that first, and not having frustration or not waking up on the naturally good side of the bed, letting that get in the way, so that we can be, you know, gratefully of service to our loved ones. And then the rest of the day is much more smooth sailing if I can get myself in that right attitude, and attitude of gratitude, and gratitude for them. And you start to see everything differently. Like if I'm in a frustrated or bad mood, I see everything as negative or frustrated with it. But as soon as you turn it into a place of gratitude, then you start to see how much your loved ones are actually of service to you, and how much you love them. And just remember all the good things, and all that starts to come to the surface and be bigger. And it just makes relationships incredible then. But that's the work that we have to do. I used to not know what it meant, doing work in a relationship, and doing work that can make it not just a relationship that you're cruising along with, but make it an incredible relationship that you're grateful for every day, that just gets better and better. So yeah, I'd say that's a practice.
That's a good practice.
Definitely a good practice to just take it one step at a time, one breath at a time, right? Thank you. I resonated with so much of what you both shared. I really loved Debbie. It's the spark in the dark, right? It is. Gratitude is the antidote of victim consciousness and victim mentality. It really helps to like turn the page, getting out of woe is me and into wow is we, right? Right? Because love is doing it together, and intimacy takes teamwork, and it takes all of us really doing our best in every moment. And it too, for me, Debbie, you know, I having a life altering experience where you're facing your mortality, that's real, right? That is so real. That's a time where you are just grateful your heart's beating and your lungs are still breathing, and you realize, wow, so much doesn't matter. You know, what matters is what's right in front of me, and the love in my heart, and being alive. And I've been taking care of my mom, who just had spine surgery from some herniations, and I was able to be in so much more gratitude for just to be in my body and not be in pain. And we forget about these things sometimes. We get so caught up in our lives and in the drama of our lives and all of these erroneous stories of our lives. And we just go too fast sometimes. I think it's just human nature to just, the speed of our thinking is so fast, and we're all have so many responsibilities in our lives to, you know, focus on, that sometimes we forget to just stop and remember to look into nature as our guide, right? And to know that this, just like the weather has storms, so do we inside of our emotional system and our own minds. We have storms, and then when we're in a storm, sometimes it's hard to see the gratitude because you're like in it and the issue's big and the problem's huge. And it's like, no, we're in a hurricane. We're in a thunderstorm. Like, this is rocking my world right now. And I was talking earlier about the Bardo Becoming. I just finished the book once again of the Living and Dying, the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying. And they talk about this Bardo of Becoming when you leave your body and you're going into the next realm. The most important thing to remember, and I can say that we're in the Bardo of Becoming in this reality as well, right, is a positive thought. And gratitude brings the positive thought. It's what opens up the door for you to have the positive thought. So when we can find gratitude in the most difficult, challenging places in our lives and really be like, thank you for teaching me something here. Thank you because we just keep getting through things, right? We just keep making it to the next moment. What allows us to get to that next moment, and I think it's just that gratitude and compassion and understanding for the fact that we're all just doing the best we can. Everyone's just doing their best they can, whether they want to be in a polyamorous relationship or whatever. Like, everyone just wants to have a good time and have fun and trust each other, right? And when we're grateful human beings and we're leaving from that place and it's authentic and it's heartauthentic, where we're coming from our heart, and we're being kind-siderate, we're bringing kindness and we're fun-anticipating and bringing joy and beauty. Wow, everyone is inspired by that because this gratitude inspires gratitude. Greatness inspires greatness. Goodness inspires goodness. And it just snowballs. It's just, there's no getting away from it. Like, if there's any darkness around you and you bring gratitude in, it just literally disappears because, again, what's important? The love in our hearts. Love wins. Love is the most important thing for us to remember. And gratitude opens that love that we can be flawed and imperfect and still be awesome, right? Like, it's cool to be imperfect and sometimes just be totally off your center and in your rumble strips and say things that maybe you didn't mean. And you know what? When we come out of integrity, we can just come back in, right? Okay. I mean, being grateful is knowing how to have the humility to come back into integrity when you've come out of it. And that's being human, right? So I just think that gratitude is just such a beautiful teacher, right? It just teaches us how to be embodied in the moment. I really do feel like gratitude brings us to the moment. Because I don't think you can be grateful and be in the past or the future. It's not real. That's all in your head. You're coming from the intellect right there, right? Yep. To be like, oh, but the past and the future. But when you're in gratitude, you're in a deeper understanding inside your body and inside your heart. And that allows you to see with clarity. And that brings the insight and the awareness that allows you to know the next best thing for your life and for the lives of people around you. And gratitude shows that you really care. And and I'm just so grateful. And gratitude brings miracles as well, because I think gratitude is definitely a practice that we do every single day in every single way. I like to wake up and the first 2 steps out of bed are thank you. Okay. And just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Great Spirit, great mystery, source of all things. I mean, whatever this is that allows us to be here talking and being in this human body, whatever this is, thank you for it. Because, we may not always be in this human body, right? We're going to die from this human body. So why not enjoy? And so gratitude brings us into more joy, really. It really allows us to find that inner child inside of us and allow that inner child to play and be flawed and have fun and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's just so good. It's just so good. I love talking about gratitude. I just love talking about it.
I love your word twists. Yeah. They're so awesome. And the reason they're awesome is because they really make you stop and think.
Yeah.
kind of cool. I really dig that.
Yeah, it's your way of
Yeah.
beingness brought into word form too. It's
Create
awesome.
a new language so the world will be a new world, right? It's time that we like create new words so that we have new understanding. Because if we're gonna get into the now, don't we need a now vocabulary?
Yeah.
And now
We're gonna get into
That's so
this.
awesome.
If we're gonna find more bliss in our life, isn't blisscipline a vital component? I mean, how are we gonna get there if we don't have a language to communicate it? Okay.
Yes.
So we're all very special, and we cast words with the thought. We cast spells with the thoughts that we have and the words, and we cast spells inside our own heads and outward. So we have to really, really slow down and make sure: is that true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it necessary? Is it blissessary for me to say this out loud? And when it isn't, just bite your tongue and find a positive, good feeling in your heart. It's really about that feeling. I think gratitude is a feeling. And that's the most important thing, is that feeling. And I think what you were saying, Debbie, earlier about the word, we can use that word gratitude, but that might not be the word that everyone would use for we're talking about a feeling, so it's hard to describe it, right? Maybe it's serenity, maybe it's joy, maybe it's beauty, maybe it's kindness, maybe it's compassion. We're saying the word gratitude and we're relating to it in this way, but maybe for the viewers out there, gratitude is a different word for you to describe what we're talking about, right? There's something underneath the words that we're saying right now. And I think it's just this beautiful feeling that we're all in just talking about it right now. Can you feel it?
I can.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. If you can feel the vibration raise whenever that you're talking about gratitude, it just it's instant.
And then Anistara just magically appears.
Well, it's funny because there's a couple things like you were talking about, which I really dug. Talking about when you might say something, maybe you step out of your integrity for a minute and you need to get back in and humble yourself to do that, to apologize in that space. And all of a sudden this thing came to me. Do you guys remember Urkel back in the day? And he goes, "Did I do that?" So, it's sort of the thing you need to ask yourself. Did I do that?
Yeah.
I did. Do I need to maybe apologize for that thing? Yeah. And I've been doing a lot of did I do that lately anyway. And having to get myself in check.
Yeah.
It is a practice. And dear golly, and when you wake up, you're saying, when you wake up, you say thank you. Dr. Wayne Dyer talks about that all the time. My favorite meditation by him is the I am meditation, where you really just, and it's beautiful. And it's composed by James Twyman and Jonathan Goldman. Beautiful. Really get into that space. That's really all it's about. It's just getting into that grateful space. But I feel like that we need to hear from Anistara.
Welcome
Because you've been gone.
Hi, ladies. I am thanking the tech gods and goddesses for bringing me back in. This is what we deal with when we have a virtual event, right? Things happen. And obviously you were holding the field. I was still listening and able to get most of what you were saying. So thank you for continuing. So I actually would love to do a gratitude practice right now, so I can ground back into this conversation and we can come to our, our joined hearts again. So one way I've always started our production meetings for this whole event with a heart lock-in technique. And I learned this last year from the Heart Math Institute. Our theme last year was co-creating coherence. And so it's a very simple practice, and what a better moment to share that with all of you. So let's drop into the heart. And if you can close your eyes, put your hands on your heart or not, it's your choice. But just take some deep breaths, feeling your chest expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. And again. And surrendering and letting go. And begin to let go of everything that just happened, everything that got us here. And our to-do list that we're leading into later. Just sit in the present here and now. And begin to call in the renewing energies of kindness and care. The renewing energies of compassion, of joy and love. And within each inhale, feel that energy begin to expand out into your chest, out into your body, giving yourself first that kindness, that care, that compassion. And then with the next inhale and exhale, expand and radiate that energy out into the room that you're in, the space that you're occupying. Feeling that expansion. The gratitude and thankfulness in our hearts for being here together during this 1111 portal and expanding that energy even further out beyond the building that we're in, tapping into Mother Earth, rooting this energy down into her molten core lava center, her crystalline center. And like a grounding rod, bringing that energy back up into our bodies and expanding it out through our crown chakras up into the ethers, up into Father Sky, expanding that bubble even further so that our unified fields connect and blend together, just like the flower of life, how we interconnect together, feeling that energy field of love, compassion, care, kindness, gratitude, thankfulness. And begin to envelop Mother Earth now in that gratitude for what she brings all of us. The fresh air to breathe, the water to drink, the soil to plant in and grow vitalizing food. Just feel into her vibration in this moment. Feel in your heart, feel what Mother needs from us right now. Honoring her, respecting her, loving her, giving her our gratitude for all that she provides us, all that she provides humanity. That we are all here to thrive with her. That we are all here to lift and raise our vibrations and our frequency together as one unified field of energy. Enveloping her with this energy now. Giving her a big hug, almost just wrapping our arms around the planet right now and holding our mother. Holding her, thanking her for the life that she gives us. The lives of ourselves, our family, our community, all of humanity, the animals, the trees, the plants, the microbes, every little life form on this planet, big or small, that we're embracing it right now with our gratitude, with our love, our care, our kindness, our consideration, our compassion. Bringing that embodiment in, closing, bringing that field back into our space, back into our bodies, back into our hearts, and holding it here for a few moments for another few deep breaths together. Deep bow of gratitude for this present moment here and now during this 1111 portal as we hold that frequency for all of humanity and for Mother Gaia. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So it is. So it is. So it is. Abracadabra. Oh, so much needed. Thank you. Yes, here we are. And so, ladies, I know that you've shared so much. And I want to just express the gratitude for every single one of the contributors that have participated, all of their knowledge and wisdom that they've built up through the years, that they just offered it. They just offered it to all of us for our growth, for our expansion. And so I'm just sitting in deep gratitude for each and every one that contributed to this beautiful experience. And I know that each of you were called to participate today because of your yes in your heart. And I would love to hear what that yes was. For instance, your connection to 1111, or you enjoyed the theme, Seeding Our New Earth. It awakened something in you. It activated something in you. Let's just share in that space right now. Whoever would like to start first.
I'll go first.
Sure.
Aw, thank you, Anistara. Well, since you're one of my best friends in the whole world, how could I say no to you? I mean, come on, this is just so beautiful. Just that you have the courage to put yourself out there and to just call everyone in, and all the energy and effort that you have seeded for all of us to have all of this wisdom from everyone. I really got called. I mean, I've been doing the 1111 with you for years now, and you've always asked me to come in. I've always said yes, because why? No, it's not even a breath word at all, right? Yes, it's the answer to everything. And yeah, and I was just thinking too, I wanted to say that gratitude is a living, walking prayer. It is the actual living, walking prayer of your life. And me being grateful for this platform, that's me showing up. Okay. That's how I show up. That's how I share back my gratitude for you. This is my gratitude for you, for the gratitude for all that you've done for all of us, for all this beauty. It has shined so much light on the planet, and to bring all of these beings of such powerful light together, to do this together, to unify together, to seed our earth together, to create a new world, a new paradigm, a new paradigm, right? Because it takes patience, it takes perseverance, and you're going to be cashing those pray checks in, okay, and pressing those pray proud buttons and getting those portal passes, and and just expanding this movement every single day in every single way. So radical success to this platform and to everyone involved. I'm just so grateful to be a part of 1111 and this portal, and this portal tune unity.
Yes.
This portal of unity that we have in each moment and each day and each breath, to live love and to know that love wins the game. So I know I'm so grateful. Thank you, Miranda and Debbie, too. It was such a joy to be here with both of you and witness and feel your wisdom. Both of you are deeply wise, and I feel connected to you as Star Family. And we are Star Family. So I'm just really grateful. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me a time to share what's on my heart and what's true for me with the world.
Prayer perfect.
Yeah.
Aww,
So
blessed. All of this has been wonderful, and such a wonderful part of our day. I mean, it's been a heavy production day today, 11/11. I think nine pieces of production today with Unify for 11/11. So like you said, there's been so many to-do lists, especially for you, Anistara, getting to this day. There's so much coordination that you've done. Thank you for your heart of service, and for bringing this to the world, and for letting us share it as well, and for just letting us be in a beautiful space. I wanted a really special meditation and time to celebrate 11 years ago, awakening to this reality. And man, this has been awesome to have this anchor it in.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Sacred yes.
Yeah.
Sacred yes. Gratitude's a great subject.
Your favorite.
My favorite subject. Well, it's that thing. It's gratitude. For me, this saying yes was simple.
Hmm.
I resonate. I am there. It's like the 11:11. I'm sort of like that excited little girl who gets to participate. Like, oh, pick me. Oh, she did. Yay. Pick me. Yay. Gosh, please. This message is the most important message in the world.
Hmm.
Gratitude is the most important message ever. And I am grateful for you, Anistara, for all the work you've put in. Thank you. And thank you for this wordsmith from beyond.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Unify, for all that Unify does. We love you for
Yeah.
this platform. All of you who are watching, thank you for being there. Whether you're here right now or you're watching on the replay, thank you. Thank you for taking time with us and spending time with us and sharing your energy. And make sure you type into the chat who, what, when, where, how, what, why, however it looks. You're grateful.
yeah.
And thank you, honey. Love you.
And yes, it's
Thank you
so
for
nice
doing your work, Miranda.
to meet you,
Debbie.
Michaelah and Anistara.
Oh,
I've
so
only
cool.
known since September, but definitely
Yeah.
Star family. Thank you for speaking light language, and thank you for being the beautiful starseed beings that you are too. We've
Mm.
been together in lifetimes, and so
Yeah.
good to
So good.
see you again.
Right? Yeah, we're here together. Remembering our divinity, our connection. We've been here together doing this before. We tend to come back during pivotal moments in human history, and we all signed a soul contract to be here together in this present moment, doing this work. And all of you who are here listening too, like, what is your piece of the puzzle? Right? So 11:11 is all about amplifying and magnifying every intention, every prayer, every vision, every word, every thought that happens today gets pushed out into the ether, pushed out into our new earth, that we're being pushed out into our new birth portal. And we're planting those seeds, and the seeds start within our hearts. Dot Mayer was saying earlier that now it's time to go out and spread the seeds. Spread the seeds of love and kindness and care and unity and harmony and compassion, and watch them germinate. Watch them come out of their little seeds, out of the soil, reaching for the sun, reaching for the light, right? And then to grow and watch it come to fruition. And that's what seeding the new earth to me means, because we begin within, and a heart of gratitude gets us there much faster. And I just want to thank my team and Brielle that's in the background, and my husband Andrew that came and tried to help me get into this tech land again, and the boys, the gentlemen, my team that's here, like setting up the studio today. Just so much gratitude. Thank you, Unify, for being a huge part of sharing this mission and vision today, and Teresa Collins and all our contributors that have been playing a part in today's puzzle. I love being a puzzle maker and seeing all these pieces and seeing the bigger picture and like putting them all together and being like, oh, there it is. It's so beautiful to watch the unfolding. And so my heart is just bursting with gratitude right now.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to all our veterans out there. On 11/11 Portal Day, we also share with Veterans Day, and some of our beautiful veterans came in and gave breath work and meditations and how they share and yoga and healing. And so we share this day with all of them, and gratitude. I've worked as a nurse for a long time and worked heavily with veterans populations. And I just want to send a lot of love and a lot of healing. There's a lot of trauma and a lot of, healing needed there. And we love you, and we're here with you.
Yeah, thank you. And the lives of service. When we really do pick our piece of the puzzle, we move from selfish actions to selfless service. And so thank you to everybody who is in service right now. Love that. Okay, ladies. So I wanted to just share for those of you who want to join the portal, you can continue to do so. There's replays for 3 months if you get your Awakened Activated Pass. It's here. You just go to the portal pass page and you can choose your activated for the weekend, or you can choose your awakened or ascended for 3 months. And trust me, there's so much content that it's going to take 3 months to watch it all. And Elizabeth April, TwinRay, Ishmael Perez, Deborah Giusti, Teresa Collins, there's so much beauty and goodness here. Jessica Dari had Sacred Activism earlier today. I mean, just like really, really, really amazing content, all curated for us, for our awakening, for elevating our frequency, for learning and wisdom and the whole picture. It's so beautiful from the ground up, from living soil, talking about how to regenerate Mother Earth, all the way up to, galactic cosmic origins. So
It's awesome.
please join us. The 1111 portal is not over. It continues every day because it happens twice a day, right? Ladies, can you please share with us how we can get a hold of you as well? Michaelah, would you like to share first?
Yes, you can find me at partnership.us. So I work with individuals, couples. It says relationship coach. I'm going into innate well-being specialist. I'm a optimistic educator. So I teach you how to find resilience to come back into a good feeling in your heart and find that gratitude and enjoy life. So I'm happy to have a free call with anyone just to see if we're a good fit. And even sometimes just that one call is all it's going to take for you to just wake up. So really, I'm just happy to give it away. But yeah, you can find me right there.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Relationship. I love it.
Yeah.
You used to say to me, you got to get rid of your relationship.
That's right.
Shifts
For the elevation ship, right? If you're you got to get rid of that stuff so you can step into this whole new elevation ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we rise together.
Right. And still knowing that the joy journey is the destination.
Of course. Always. I love that I love that.
Oh, she introduced that one to me probably 4 years ago, and I use it all the time. I love you, baby.
Love you.
So cute. Oh, you guys are so awesome.
You are too.
Well, Debbie and I both work with Spirituality Gone Wild, which is Debbie's invention, and such a blessing to be in there with everybody of every spirituality going wild. And at unify.org, you can sign up and find us, or email support@unify.org. Unify, we do global synchronized meditations. We do events like this. We do all kinds of stuff, Earth Day, Peace Day, many, many things. So yes, check us out on unify.org and see all the things that we do. Join our community page at community.unify.org, which is a newer thing that we're just starting. Bring us your courses, your books, your launches, be a thought leader. I mean, there's like a bursting awakening of people contacting us just this year after COVID got done, with all the inspiration that they got in all the introverted time. So it's beautiful to see so many people awakened and activated now, and just changing the world, helping the world, uniting everybody. It's beautiful to see. Tell us more about Spirituality Gone Wild too, because you've got lots of stuff going on there.
Oh, well, Spirituality Gone Wild. It is gone wild, the gone wild part, the wild within you, wilding. That's that spirit of wilding that's in you. You know, when you were a child and you went on the playground and you were just free.
Yes.
Gone wild is gone free. It's freedom. So I teach gratitude alchemy, and you can find me at Spirituality Gone Wild, but you can also find us on Unify. We have great courses, by the way, on Spirituality Gone Wild, all to do with gratitude. Go figure.
Yep. And health and wellness and recovery. And
yes. But tomorrow is Unify Women Rising.
Yeah, we do a show every Saturday morning. Unify Women Rising. We need to have both of you on this show too.
Yes, love to.
For sure.
We're also launching a show called Regeneration Renaissance. It was going to launch next week, but I think we're pushing it out maybe a month. But it's all about regeneration and regenerative efforts, personal level, with our relationships, with our planet, globally with our communities. So lots of leaders from the regenerative space will be on that too. So
Yep.
yes, join us all the places.
Incredible. Oh my gosh, such activated women. I mean, when you're an activated woman in action, you get things done. It's just this like whirlwind of energy just comes in and we, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Well, I used to hoop dance for 20 years.
I just
so,
love
I
it.
think we're both.
That's actually, that was really good.
Yeah,
I really
I
liked
think we're both human design generators, so
We
we
are.
definitely understand generating the energy.
I'm a
and
generator.
Getting in there.
I'm a generator as well.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
right.
a manifesting generator.
Oh,
All
nice.
right.
Which is why you're leading the show.
Aw. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you to TwinRays. We are holding you right now. Whatever your urgent matter was, we're holding you in the field. We love you so much. And more to come later. We have a 12/12 portal day, 12/12/22 at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So join us again next month, and we will have another portal day transmission. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here. Happy 11/11.